Okay, here we go. No further ado, top cut time. I've got my flat topper tool, I've got my clipper, I've got my client, and he's prepped. Now, the key to doing this here is going to be to remember hand position, thumb across the top of the tool, fingers underneath. We're going to cut the top around the clock. We're going to look down from above at our client. His nose is 12 o'clock, the occipital bone is 6 o'clock, and the ears are 9 and 3. And we're going to work around the clock. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video with a friend in the business, turn on the notifications, subscribe to the channel, never miss a video. Here we go. Thumb and forefinger. We're going to come from low to high. From low to high. And notice that motion. I'm following the scalp, riding the tool up. Notice my palm, my knuckles, my pinky, my lower hand resting on the head to stabilize the tool. I can hold this tool like this for a long, long time and it will remain dead level. The important things to keep in mind is you want to come from low to high, and you always want to bring the tool to the apex, to the top of the head. If I'm short of the apex, I'm not going to be flat. I'm going to cut something off that I wanted to keep. You want to come from low to high around the clock. So we're going to start with our 12 o'clock cut. We're going to bring this in and up above, and there's going to be a lot to cut at 12 o'clock. When I come in at 12 o'clock like this, and I do my cutting at the nose, bringing it up to top dead center, I've got a lot to cut. Subsequently, when I move to the 1 o'clock position, when I move to the 2 o'clock position, much of the comb will already be cut. You won't see nearly as much coming off. I'm going to try to reorient the client to turn the chair so that the camera, so that you can see the greatest benefit from each cut that I do. So I'm going to pitch this just slightly, monitoring my position. Here we go. 000 closer closed position. Underhand position on the clipper. Remember the flat of the blade, the ramp of the blade like that, flat against the comb. Thumb over the top of the flat topper. Come up from below, come up to the top, and all the way to the apex. Now I can just get in there and cut. One of the important issues here, and you may not see it happening as I'm cutting, but one of the important issues here is not to apply pressure to the comb. Don't push down on the comb. You don't want the comb teeter-tottering as a result of pressure from the clipper. So when I come in from below and I come up to position and I cut, very gentle. I'm not really allowing the weight of the clipper to ride on the flat topper tool. That's the 12 o'clock cut. I came in at the nose, I came in from below, I brought it all the way up and I cut it off. Now we're going to go to the 1 o'clock position. I'm going to shift the chair slightly in the interest of your visual benefit. I'm going to move, I'm not at the nose, I'm going to move to 1 o'clock, and when I bring the comb in, my thumb is in the way, I'm going to move my thumb. When I bring the comb in, you notice most of the comb is hair that's already been cut. Most of the the 1 o'clock position is just that little bit of hair over there. And then I'll come in and I'll do this also at 11. I'll come in at 11 in that very same way up to the top, and I'm going to work my way around the head, around the clock. So I'm going to do the 1 o'clock cut, then I'm going to stop talking about it, and I'm just going to rattle my way around the clock, and you'll be able to see how this looks. But I'm going to come in low, come up to high, look for my position, and cut. Now I'm coming to 1 o'clock, or 11 o'clock. Now I'm going to go to 2 o'clock. I'm going to turn the chair a little bit. But you see this from the 2 o'clock position. Notice there's more hair in through the back at 2 o'clock and not a lot of hair that needs to be cut up front in the 2 o'clock position. Now we go 9 and 3. I'm going to come over here. Not sure what you'll see at 3 o'clock. I think my hand will be in the way quite a bit. 3 o'clock, and notice my knuckles are resting on the head. You couldn't see that on the back side of the camera. I'm going to go to 9 o'clock now. You'll see the top starting to flatten up, Watch for my knuckles. Look under the comb at how my knuckles are rested or stabilized against the client's head. And I'm not putting pressure on the comb with the clipper. Now I've cut 12, 1, 11, 2, 10, 3, and 9. It's time to cut through the back. Now notice there's not a lot of hair left here to flatten out that top, but I'm still going to go through all the clock positions to make sure that I cover all the hair as it's coming up to the top of the head. 6 o'clock, up to top dead center. Flatten it out. 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, that was 5. This is 7. This is 8. This six, 5 was 4. That's looking mighty level. That's your round the clock, cut the top in our full haircut, flat top haircut with our flat topper tool. We're far from done. We've got a few more steps, but you can see how, when I talk about how great these tools are to rough in the basic flat top, you've got it flat enough here that all we really need to do is finesse the shape to really call it quits. So that was 6. Top cut, round the clock. The keys: thumb over the top, knuckles underneath, don't apply pressure, nice and smooth. Next up, finish the sides.